That seems about right.
Spot on.
It was the sound at the beginning.
Yeah, that was great.
You know what I think I was trying to do? I was trying to get it to play the whole time, but it wouldn't loop. And so I just left it. I actually paid for that on Fiverr. So
No.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Brother,
oh,
I've always wanted a brother.
what is that?
Oh, we're talking about two different kind of brothers.
Okay.
Oh, brother is.
Brother is.
Brother.
Brother, what is that?
Phil, speak in that tone the rest of the show.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, brother.
Let's get serious, guys. Hello and welcome.
Okay.
In this
Hey.
year, we've decided that we're only gonna do serious posts for the rest of the year. We're only doing serious shows for the rest of the year. We're gonna try to jam in as many end of the year jokes as possible. Because come January 1st, I'm a changed person. As an ordained minister via universallifechurch.com for 10 years now. I just feel it's time that I make some changes. Firstly, changing the name of the show to For Christ Only.
Amen.
All right now.
For one.
It's been real. It's been real.
Only.
I'm just kidding. But I am ordained, so if you guys want to call me Reverend, that'd be cool.
Reverend L.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you anything. I couldn't quote you any scripture or
no Ezekiel.
Just know that the power of Christ compels you to do good
every day.
Did you just perform an exorcism?
Don't we all need a little something out of us?
I need a little. Hey,
brother.
We're just going over our favorite things that happened in 2024 and the worst things that ever happened in 2024. There's no rules. It could be as worst as possible if you want to, or it could be as best as possible.
Okay, so are we just talking like life things? Are we talking pop culture
Just
things? Because I got something that was pretty horrible.
What I got out of the assignment.
And you can talk about it. You can talk about it if you're into it.
No, I'm not. I think the whole room knows.
The whole room knows what? What
Them
happened?
children.
The room. No, yeah, that's definitely the worst of 2024. No, I have a good. Okay, so no, somebody else go first.
Okay, because I haven't.
I have a good.
I haven't finished.
Oh, sorry. Go.
Okay, I'm still.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. So this whole episode is about our favorite picks and icks of Leah.
Not bad.
Yeah,
we're roasting her.
Oh, we should do that one day.
No,
I mean,
surprise.
I would cry.
Yeah. There's too many.
I'm too sensitive.
I want to know when to stop, and then somebody would say something about me, and then I'd be like, block, delete Twitter, delete Instagram, delete Facebook, delete, and then I'll come back in 2 years rebranded.
So are you saying you can dish it, you just can't take it?
Yeah. I've never heard that. I've never heard that. Sometimes shout out to you for being out to dinner instead of hanging out with your real friends. But
right.
One time JP made a joke in the group chat, and I was like, that kind of hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And then he messaged me privately, and he's like, I was joking, and I said, I don't think you were.
He did the same thing when I teased him about was it because I made fun of Christopher Nolan? He's like, he hit me up in my DMs. He's like, no, dude, like there's this nurse friend, like I skate with her, and like we're going to the movies, and I'm just like, dude, you don't have to tell me, man. It's all good.
I take everything back I said about Christopher. I meant Jonathan Nolan.
No.
The bestest Nolan.
Actually, he kind of is after Fallout, man. He's the gangsta. He's the brother.
Hello to Sheena or Inja or both. Who I think
Hi,
the
Sheena
correct name
Inja.
is Shinja.
Hi.
Shinja.
Shinja.
Inshin.
Inshin. Huh.
So I think just based on what everybody has told me ahead of the show the prompts that I asked them to send back to me before the show started, we're
I'm
just gonna
sorry.
go from
I was supposed
worst.
to send stuff.
I
Shit.
did
No,
not
she's a
send
liar.
nothing. You liar.
I was
I'm
joking.
sorry, bro.
I'm joking. That I think you should leave sketch. I'm joking. But we could start with the person who had the worst year to the best year. Actually, let's start with Amanda because I feel like we don't get to hear from you a lot. And
I
I
agree.
think
Yay, Amanda.
but not just it doesn't have to be life stuff. It could be anything that was just 2024.
Ooh.
Icks is your president. We could. That's an easy one.
Ours.
Yeah.
Not my president.
Not
Yeah.
my president.
Pick.
How does that affect you? Because we hear stuff
it's
down
gonna.
here, but we don't get like specifics necessarily because I don't feel like watching the news.
No. It's all seeping in up here. So thanks.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But at least
Truly.
I'm a West Coaster, so we're a little more chill.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I don't know what happened good.
Amanda, where are you at?
I am out on Vancouver Island. Like,
Vancouver Island.
yeah, I'm like north of L.
Hell yeah.
Like, we're
We're
both.
kissing cousins.
Yeah.
How far is Edmonton from you?
Edmonton, that is 12-hour drive. That's like where I used to live. That's my hometown.
Oh, okay, right on.
Cool.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
was that a
that's
hockey
like going from the
question?
West Coast to like the Midwest, pretty much, bro.
Oh, okay. I have a buddy, an IG buddy that is he's very active on IG, and he lives in Edmonton. So I knew that Vancouver is more of the western part of the Great North, and I wasn't quite sure without looking on a Google map as far as where Edmonton was actually located.
They're like, yeah, like we're over, BC is over Washington
Seattle.
State.
Yeah.
And then Alberta is over Montana. But like Edmonton, there's like Edmonton is the capital, and then Calgary's closer to Montana.
Okay.
Calgary's more like, Edmonton was much more like cultural arts progressive. Then you drove 3 hours south to Calgary, and it was like,
The Calgary Stampede.
yeah, like, yeah, it was a different world, even though it was also a big city. But it's weird. Geography is weird, guys.
Sure is.
And what are the
I
laws
don't know.
on foreigners
Not my
running for
strong
prime
suit.
minister in Canada?
Who is what?
What are the laws on foreigners running for prime minister in Canada?
Oh, I don't know. I never
Are you
had to.
allowed
I
to?
never had to be prime minister.
Because maybe when he's done here, he can go to y'all.
Yeah.
Who,
Oh
Elon
my
Musk?
god. Oh my god. It's bizarre. It's crazy. The world has gone insane, and I am ignoring it. A lot of it.
Nothing. I promise you. Every time I see a new headline, I'm just like, and it's
I
like,
haven't even watching the news at this point.
Like this feels like the end. End times.
It really does. And I'm like the person that like chronically watched the news. It was bad. And now I just don't even look at it anymore.
because it's so silly. He's like, why would you appoint somebody to be the head of education, but then you're like, you're gonna abolish it? So do they only have a job until like you're not gonna
Their
actually
job is
do
to
it,
be like, no more.
right? And then Linda McMahon, who's accused of grooming children, is like, you're weird. You're weird. This whole thing is weird. Yeah.
Brother,
Not to
Like, I
start
don't
the
even
show
know.
off controversially. Like, sorry, guys.
No.
I think the
real
most
talk, you know?
Dr. Oz. I was like, how on the nose, you
Oh
idiot.
my
Freak.
god.
Dr. Oz. Fucking what's his name too? who's the other
RFK
one?
Jr.
Yeah,
Mm.
RFK. I've seen there's like this YouTube channel that my kids used to watch, FGTV, and I was saying it in the group chat, and like I found he has like a whole incel-ish page, and he's just on there like literally crying like God wants us to vote for Trump. RFK needs to make America healthy again. And if they don't stick to I'm like, what? RFK with the brain amoeba? Like, what do you mean? I don't
That's
understand. Like,
crazy.
Yeah.
not even Dr. Oz in charge of health.
Yeah.
RFK. At least Dr. Oz, I could be like, oh, he talked about it on his show.
Mm.
But RFK, I was like, genuinely, I was like, okay. And you know what?
Yeah.
Nothing matters anymore. I'm
No.
already homeschooling, so whatever. I don't need to. And then it was like, and then I've noticed that since like he's been president elect, more people who I would see occasionally on TikTok, like their true beliefs have been starting to seep out a little
Mask
bit.
off.
So
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
anti-vaxxers and
Yeah.
other
Oh
stuff,
my
and I'm
god, I
like,
know.
I was like, wait a
Yep.
minute, because a week ago you were talking about Pfizer daddy, and now okay,
Pfizer daddy.
Pfizer daddy, pop up Pfizer.
Mm.
But yeah, it's a little bit unhinged. And then how many people I've seen be like, "Oh, I agree with the changes they want to make in the schools." I'm like, "What?"
I
It's
just
I
so
can't.
can't.
like, and I mean, I do not know your school system down there. I mean, it's not like ours is stellar, but I felt like my
Has
kid
to
like
be better.
learned things. You know,
Yeah.
like I feel
That's
my kid
crazy.
learned things, and I, got emails from teachers if things were going on. I, but down there, it's the
It's
amount. Oh,
Because the
we
school
did,
systems are
we did have one of those libertarian like tuition-y, homeschooly franchise things start up in the city,
Mm.
Mhm.
and my God, the granola mommies love it.
They
Love it.
love it.
They
Love
love
it.
it. Because these people have like too much money because they've all like this city that I am in is very like people are very happy that their family is generationally like 5 generations in this shithole.
mm,
Mm.
So people here like no one has to buy property because their family dies and they get new
They
property.
just inherit it, yeah.
They just
Yeah.
get inherited and whatnot, and so they all have a lot of money and way too much time on their hands, and then
Mm.
they get on the internet, and then they find out that school's bad, I guess, because learning is not good,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah.
But it's so weird because like these people, like, sorry to go on a tangent, guys.
Oh, you're good.
mm-mm.
These
Safe.
Go
people,
off, Queen.
Mm-mm.
y- it weirds me out because there's a lot of people that buy into this weird unschooling thing.
Hmm.
But then, like, their kids are like 9, 10 years old and can't read. But reading is so essential to, like, fighting the power or the system that their parents are so against fighting. Like, they want to fight the system, but they don't want their kids to learn fundamentals, to learn to fight said system.
Hmm.
Yup.
Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. It
Uh,
bugs me that kids don't know how to read. How is it in
From
your school, Laya? Like, do you find kids behind?
Oh my God, yes. And it's so sad. It's the saddest thing. And so right now, and I'm not embarrassed to say this because I mean it's just the situation we're in, but my school was listed on like we're low. We have like low scores. So the state has had to come in. But the state is refusing to look at the true problem. There's a teacher shortage, number one. They're hiring, and I'm not trying to say just because you don't have a degree in education doesn't mean you can come in and do what you need to do, but they're literally hiring anybody just to fill these classrooms. So you have teachers who are leaving in the middle of the school year. We have like at this point 3 teachers who have just quit. So that's 3 homeroom classes that don't have anybody in there. And so
well,
there are behavior issues, there's classroom management issues. So the teachers are tired. Teachers calling off. They're not coming to work because they're worn out, beat down, and like, okay, when was the weapon episode, Elle? That was like what? That was before Thanksgiving break. There was a weapon that was on campus. They kind of just brushed that under the carpet, and it's supposed to we're just moving on.
That's like a huge fucking deal.
Yeah. No, it is. It really is. And the way that they worded it and the way that they so a lot of the newer teachers are kind of like, what? Like, why is this okay? But y'all are worried about data, and y'all are worried about planning and lesson plans and how these lesson plans are formatted. None of that matters if you have teachers who are not able to teach.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have people breathing down your neck, it's nothing's authentic. It's just a lot. And I love teaching. I love kids. I love teaching, but working in a school system is so overwhelming right now. And so like I don't know, I'm at a point, and I was talking to my family about this. I'm just tired. Like, I wish I could just take a break, like just a year off. I know that's not possible, but I just wish I could just not, and just kind of, I guess, rekindle my love for education, because right now it's not there for me.
At your school, do the at the PTA meetings, do the teachers get attacked by parents like like you see on the news sometimes?
I haven't heard of anything, and I will admit that I've only been to one board meeting, and that's just because my kids had to perform. But it's very, again, robotic. Like, there's no room, at least the part I saw, there was no room for any input, community input. Like, they're just kind of reading off of a script, it seems like. And we don't have a PTA. We haven't had a PTA for years, so that's another thing,
That's probably good. Yeah, from what I've seen, like it's usually even parents that aren't even part of the school system that come in and they bitch about like critical race theory being taught maybe, or like a book about trans people maybe being in the library, and they just flip out and like start attacking the teachers and stuff. Like there's a big bunch of that going on in the U.S., which from what I understand has been like draining a lot of teachers. So I was wondering if that was like a key component of why. No, not really. Okay.
No, we haven't, as far as I know, like in my school district, no. But and I know Elle can probably add on to this. I feel like in the county where I work at, which is what we graduated from, I feel like there's a lot of the old guard that's there. Like,
well, you also teach in a red county.
That's what, yeah. So like I was trying. There are racist people. There are racist people that are teaching these kids.
Yeah, and I work at a ATL area, right? Pretty much.
Metro. I used to work in Atlanta. Okay. Now I'm in the Metro Atlanta area, so about like 35 minutes away from the city. But my school is predominantly Black, and it's hard to explain the county I live in now because it was like a predominantly white county, but now it has transitioned. But some of the same teachers that were there when Elle and I were kids are still here. They're still in the same teaching positions, honestly. And so it sucks to see these people, teaching these kids and knowing they don't give a damn about them. So like, that's another thing that sucks in 2024, because I got into it with somebody at my job.
Like, I have the same I have the opposite feelings about schools, and that's why I pulled mine out. And it wasn't because I'm like an alternative Christian based, like I'm not doing any of that weird homesteading homeschool bullshit. The weird stuff that's like when people are like, homeschooled kids are weird. Like, I'm not doing any of that.
You're not doing the crunchy mom shit.
No. I'm just doing cool shit all the time. 24/7. Do you want to read? No, then don't. No, I'm just kidding. But to what Amanda said with unschooling, in at least down here, it's my understanding that when people are like, we're unschooling, it's like that time between you take your kid out of school and you start a curriculum where you just let them learn through the world. And there's ways you could do it that are beneficial, and then ways you could do it where you're literally just not having
Doing
any
anything.
structure.
Yeah.
And but I do take ire sometimes when people are like, oh, that homeschool kid can't read, and it's like, yeah, well, there's kids in school that can't read either.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a child-based situation because I didn't teach my kids how to read. They were forced to learn how to read if they wanted to play Roblox. So like I didn't teach
Because
none
reading
of my
is
kids.
important.
Yeah, I didn't teach any
It
of them how to
is.
read. And so when I see people say that, I'm like, no, you have a child who doesn't want to or knows how to but doesn't feel confident in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so
totally fair. Totally fair. I shouldn't
Yeah.
just say
Well,
homeschooler people. Like, just kids in general just do not.
Amanda, that's not even kids in general. Like where I live, it's ridiculous. When I moved here, there was literally like big
people.
exposés on the news about people who graduated high school, dudes my age that never learned how to read. That they celebrate
Yeah.
their stupidity here in the Midwest, in Oklahoma.
Mhm.
Like they love OU, but they'll sit there all day talking about how universities, they're evil, they're liberal, they want to teach you how white people were bad in the
Yeah.
past. And it's like, well, white people were
Yeah.
bad in the past.
Yeah.
you idiot.
It's the
remember
point.
remember what they said about Trump when Trump was running, and they asked that guy, and they were like, he's like, well, it seems to me that all the college educated people are voting for Kamala. What's up with that? And I'm like, thank you for reaffirming
Logic.
my decision here.
Yeah.
But the only source of entertainment these idiots get are from OU football. But they hate the universities because it's communist. They teach the Marxist liberal agendas. It's like, okay, well, if they close the
Well, you
universities,
got
what are
real
you going to
Kentucky
watch,
Fried
you
Chicken
idiot?
there.
Yeah.
Where's your
Now,
football
I don't,
going
Where's
to
the
go?
football gonna go?
and I don't want anybody to feel isolated or like they can't share their journey. So we can take a poll if there's anybody here who has the literacy skills of R. Kelly. Go ahead and I mean, we did learn how to I'm just kidding.
Don't do my man.
But I will say this, I had a lot of issues with administration and my kids' teachers. I just pulled my daughter out of school before Christmas break, before she was going to a hybrid program,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
I decided to withdraw her fully when I had a parent teacher conference, and her math teacher, who was also her advisor, pulled up her grades and was like, "Oh, it looks like she hasn't turned anything in since school started." And I said, "If you're her advisor and her math teacher, why has nobody been notified that nothing has been turned in at all?" And I was like, "On my end, it's saying submitted. I'm seeing her submit assignments." And like there was some kind of tech issue, and she was like, "Okay, I'll get back to you on this day. My kid is having, surgery, so I'll be back in the office this day." I'm like, okay, cool. Because their program was if you get like 3 delinquency things for turning stuff in, then you get out of the program.
Mm.
And so they counted that as her first delinquency, even though it was a technical glitch. And so then come the week that she was supposed to get with me, nobody showed up to the meeting. There was nobody there. And they sent me a letter that same day saying second notice of her not turning work in. I said, it's been less than a week. How are you already sending me a second notice when I don't even know what work she needs to do because you guys are saying she's not turning anything in? And so then my final straw was I don't even remember because it was so much, but it just kept being the same thing over and over again. Like, you're not paying attention to your students, and then when you're asking them like, where is the work, well, like, where is it? I'm asking you, where is it? Because I'm seeing her do it.
Right.
And then I saw like what books she was reading, and I was like, you know what, I just don't feel like this is the pro. And I asked her straight up, I was like, at the beginning of the school year, I said, you have a choice. You can go to physical school, continue in this program, or you can get like homeschooled like I do the boys. And she was like, I want to stay in the program because she got into like the game design course. And so she starts this course, and then when I tell you, it's all podcast episodes of a teacher talking about games. It's
Oh my
not, there's
God.
no game design, there's no program for them to use to create anything. It's literally just a podcast. And so I asked her again, and she goes, yeah, I should have just dropped out when you asked me. I'm like, it's not dropping out, it's just she's in the 7th grade, and I just feel like you could have 7th and 8th grade to figure out what you want to do school wise, but like I'm already homeschooling the boys fully, so like it doesn't feel like a burden since I already know what I'm doing. But geez, I was like, you guys suck. No shade, Leah. Schools
No school.
suck.
No, and it sucks when it's like that
Admin
because
sucks.
well, and those the hybrid kind of like my kid for the past couple years for sure has done like a couple classes through online and then been like in school for the rest of it kind of thing.
Mhm.
And because certain classes she just can do better on her own. And but ours was always just like sign up for the class, you have the school year to do it. Check in with us occasionally kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's what we
But
thought
they
this program was at first, but then it switched to these hard deadlines, and then it was like they were berating the kids, and I'm just like, relax.
no.
It's gonna get turned in. Relax.
Oh.
I just don't. And then it was like, I don't. And then the whole school system as a whole, like if you're not gonna give them the money to do what they need to do, then you gotta chill. You gotta chill. Like there's no way around that.
Chill, brother.
And I kind of like want them to shut down the Department of Education. Shut it down. Because I'm curious to see. Leah, you have other things you can fall back on.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Well.
Okay, so we've got so far for Icks, we've got politics and school system.
And education.
Could a pick be Luigi?
Wait a minute.
Have you
A
seen
real
those?
American hero.
That's
I'm not
right.
into AI, y'all, for profit. That's bananas. But somebody made that AI video of him sitting at the trial, and he looks over at the camera and he starts singing like an R&B song. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
I want it. I want to see it.
I love it.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Show it to me, Rachel.
I'm about to
My thing is.
And my favorite video of his is still like when they're walking him to the car and the one guy goes, "Hey Luigi, it's me, Mario."
Yeah.
Mario.
The guy just was like just getting ashamed of himself as he said the words, man.
I need to find it.
He died on the second syllable.
I have to see that.
If we were gonna make this a real Clint Eastwood movie, we would have to have the jury find him not guilty, and then he gets off and he does the same thing to another CEO. But then we just see the police sirens because Clint Eastwood loves to not tell you how a movie ends.
It's only fair. They let Kyle Rittenhouse off with murder. Why can't Luigi get
Hello?
He was just a citizen helping his brethren. I'm just kidding.
Hello.
Oh, and fucking Daniel Penny or whatever that motherfucker's name is. What's his name?
Oh.
Sorry, the Penny guy, the soldier who killed that black kid on the train.
Oh, the chokeout guy. Yeah, that piece of shit.
And then saying,
what the hell is that about?
If you're literally a Marine and they're asking you, like, do you know what too much force is? And you're like, no. Then how are you a Marine?
Yeah. No.
And then for Trump to take him to that football game, ick.
Gross.
You wait, this is all politics all the time.
Yeah, how about for Ick, we can just say pretty much any system in the American in the country of the United States. Any
you over there playing Call of Duty?
No, I'm watching Hockey Night in Canada.
Oh, because I just like you were.
Aw, hey Dale.
Are you in the basement?
I'm like,
no. I went live because we're not in the basement. We're up on
upstairs.
We're on the main level.
Main floor.
Yeah. We got windows. We got a tree. We got hockey on. Life is good. Life is good.
Back there.
Shit, I wish.
Brother.
Brother. No, but keeping it on the ick, and everything American ick, like, I don't know, with it being like the election year that it was, and everything is always, no matter what, divided. Like it's either you're this way or that way. There's literally no in between. That sucks because we're forced to literally be the A or the B. In our lifetime, I just feel like there will never be a alternative to either being you're a Dem, you're a Republican. Like there is no hope. There is no chance for a independent, a Green Party, any other type of party, but the lesser of
Mark,
the two
chill or I'm
evils.
gonna ban you straight up. It's my
Who?
brother. It's okay. I can say that.
Oh,
He's trying to be controversial.
so I don't know. I'm kind of glad that this year's coming. That we're turning to 2025, just because election years always seem just to be so draining on like whether you're involved or if you're just trying to like not be involved whatsoever. It affects everyone obviously, and it just you can't win for losing type, and
I'm about to expose him, y'all.
We need to hear about when Phil pooped his pants. Like,
Yeah,
What?
I don't mean to interject, but what about this pooping of pants?
yeah,
yeah.
that's news to me.
Yeah, I think my brother is referring to me, like he's trying
oh,
to say it was me, but it just so worked out better if I just put it while Phil was talking. No shade. But no,
I'm here for
Terrible.
entertainment purposes.
he's trying to be controversial. But again, I will expose you, Marcus. I
Is
will
that in the
tell
Is that in
everybody
the
what was in your
chats?
closet.
You are exposed.
Exposed.
Oh.
Exposed.
I'll tell the real truth about why you went bald, boy.
What?
Um,
What's
that's mean, man. Like, as a
whoa, whoa,
baldy
whoa,
myself,
whoa.
like,
But I feel like there were some good some positive, some
What are
picks.
some highlights for you, Phil?
Um, on I guess on like a me picks. There were some good television shows, some good reads, some positive, personal journeys that I'm on. That are like fruitious for me. So I try to always, uh, indulge and embrace those as opposed to the flip the page to like the next negative thing that tomorrow could bring, and just try to always keeping the glass on the half full side. There's just too much hate, too much separation, and it's sad,
Do the heart hands and say we have to come together as a
yeah.
nation.
As a nation.
People of the world, come on, join hands, get on the love train.
Yes.
Same.
Yes. Same.
Yeah.
What do you mean same, Leah?
I said sing.
Oh, they said
Oh,
same. I said, what you trying to do? Cause
when I was doing this
No,
and
oh,
going,
sing.
ill.
Bravo!
No, I said sing to
bang.
Johnny.
Sang.
Dang.
Well, actually, the second half of the show is a karaoke show.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Yay.
Yeah.
And I know Johnny, I think it was probably a couple months back on one of the episodes we were talking about some like letdowns or some television show related. And it still doesn't sit well with me just because I thoroughly enjoyed. You already know what I'm probably going to say.
Yeah, I know what. UA, baby.
Yeah, man. Like, it's still, what a letdown. Like, I really, really dug the 3 seasons. And then I wish kind of honestly that like that fourth season, like,
Well,
at
you
this
can
point,
end at season 3. It has a great ending. You know what I mean? You really
yeah,
have to watch the
it really
fourth.
does. That, like, I don't know, that fourth one it was like having, just like top tier. And it was like they filled a void by having, it just
But
seemed like a totally different crew. Like,
in my opinion, even season 4 kind of had its highlights, though, man. Layla running around in them mama sweats, man, pretty hot.
oh yeah, there were some like cool points, but like just like overall, like what a letdown.
Yeah.
But I mean, and that led kind of into like when the show the Penguin came out, and that show was awesome.
Except for the ending, so predictable. I was like,
yeah, that was very predictable. But as an entirety, I really enjoyed that. And then I don't know, I just recently, I think it was like in the last couple of days, saw a post about like the next Batman part 2 or whatever is got pushed back like another year, and instantly you go like to like the comment section and you see nothing but just the bashing and the hating and like the
Are you on Twitter still? Because that sounds like Snyder Bros, and that's just because it's not like Ben Affleck directing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pretty sure everybody else I know, like if I go on Threads or on Blue Sky, everybody's been like really happy about like even it being called the Batman Begins or the Batman Beyond is what it's called. That's right.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
like,
you know, like cool. Like so far, I feel like the Matt Reeves, you know, projects with it being the first movie, and then now the Penguin, like his world or his universe. I'm like, I think it's super cool. Like I'm all about it. Yeah, it sucks, I guess, if it really does get pushed back, but like whatever. Like I'm not gonna go blow up comment sections about like trash this and like scrap it. I saw a couple people commenting saying like, "Oh, that teenage vampire playing Batman." It's like,
Oh my God,
all
let
right,
it
dude.
go.
get
Yeah,
over
like
Sparkles
for
He
playing
hasn't
real.
Batman.
been
He was
Edward
he
for
was okay.
decades.
Sparkles was
Like
good as Batman. He wasn't good
like
as Bruce Wayne. We didn't see him as Bruce Wayne, but he was all right as Batman. So
yeah, and like the I guess overall like weight of the movie and then like the shows have been like they're so like detective style and just so like not kind of what we're used to, I guess, from like a Batman universe, but it's more of like in depth than like you just said, like we didn't really get to see much of a Bruce Wayne, and then like if that really upsets people like so much, it's like you really need to like seek alternate hobbies and likes because it's draining your life because a said character he's not my Batman. It's like cry then, like geez, like grow up.
Mm.
well, the thing is
Touch
I
grass.
I read the comics, man, and depending on who's writing it and who's drawing it, you get a completely different Batman depending on from
100%,
you know what I mean? So this whole thing
100%.
like this guy's not the Batman. It's like, well, which one? Like drawn by who, written by who, from
That's
what
why, yeah.
era?
That's
What
why
the
I
hell?
don't get why people complain like, "Oh, there's too many Batman titles." No, because I don't.
Because they're all different.
They're all
Yeah.
They're all
different. They
different.
are. There's some I don't read. There's some I like. There's some arcs I don't mess with. There's some, but I feel like at any time though, as just like a comfort character, you can find a new
Yeah, with
Batman
the
story.
18 series that are going with him,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna find something that you're gonna enjoy
Yeah.
a little bit at least. Yeah.
Mhm.
Even the kids.
I don't know. It's so draining, dude. Like just like all the like again like the negative. It just I try not to let it like affect me or like get it like it doesn't get like under my skin. I just find it pathetic. You know, like that people are so like just like triggered, butt hurt. Like I'm sorry that like everything in life doesn't cater to you and your personal needs, but like if it doesn't, just like go find something that you know you do like and maybe try to like embrace that instead of just embrace. We just live in a world of hate, and it's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But another pick, the animated show Creature Commandos has been super fun.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty wild.
How messed up was the end of that last episode, man? I didn't see that coming. I was just like, God damn, dude. Like
Yeah,
the iron
it,
pot, like I didn't yeah.
Is it gonna make me
it's
cry?
No,
uh
the episode
mhm,
before this with the weasel will get you a little teary.
a
Like that
little emotional.
yeah, that bummed me out a little bit. Like cause I like the little furry fucker, but like yeah,
Yeah, he's cool.
but
But no,
yeah,
it's just it's a good show. It's one of those things where it's like it's cool that it's only one episode a week, but like sometimes I'm like they should just release like you know the whole season one like so you could binge it. But they're only
Yeah,
like
I'm
20.
a
They're
binge
only like
person.
20. They're only like 20 to like 25-minute episodes. So you know you fly by an episode like that, and then you're like, well now I gotta wait another week. You know, but you know what a first world problem to have, I guess. You know, but
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
well, it's written and done like a James Gunn movie, and it's like you're getting a scene of the movie like every week.
100.
And
Yeah, for sure.
that's a little distracting, but aside, like I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? Because like you said, there are very few things that I wait week to week to watch. You know, and there was that and Dan to Dan, and Dan to Dan's over. So like I kind of just got Creature Commandos now. You know.
I just saw that I think it was Sheena shared a couple of posts about I wasn't aware of the Dan to Dan, but it won an award or a couple of awards, so I might have to add that to like the watch list. But with you saying that that's like one of your titles, I mean, I feel like we have very similar uh likes, kind of, you know, like a lot of some shows in common. So maybe I will add that to the priority of list of things to watch.
Now, what's the worst thing that happened to you? No, I'm just kidding.
The worst thing,
No, I'm just kidding.
um,
Don't. You don't have to.
no, we already, you know. I don't know. I guess the whole just life, the negative sides of life that we can never like kind of get away from. Like that's
I totally thought
That's if I get.
thought you were gonna say Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift breaking up. Like,
Oh,
I thought that's where you would go, Phil.
did they break up?
Did that happen?
I thought they did. Like,
Oh, I
we can
mean,
start the rumor here.
I just kind of disassociate myself from like that whole. I don't really watch the NFL. I mean, the Lions, the hometown team, are been pretty badass, which they never have been in our lives. So that's cool and everything. But like NFL is just. I
are
don't
the
know.
Lions actually good right now? I'm actually gonna have to switch teams then if the Lions are actually a good team right now.
Yeah, they got, as of right now. I'm pretty sure they have the 1 seed in the NFC.
Yeah, the UFL.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The UFC.
I don't know. When it comes to sports, I just kind of limit myself to what I enjoy, which is hockey and golf. So I'm the lame old white dude that just likes golf and hockey.
Or am I right?
Yeah, yeah, big time. Yeah, but sports have become to me, so for the most part, like the major sports have become so political to an extent, and just kind of not diverse in a good way, but like you're either for it or you like it. There's love and hate. There's no in between, unfortunately, and it just I don't have time in my life to let sports run my life like that. So nah, I don't get down with baseball that much. Oh, baseball, I mean, is straight, but basketball, football, too political, and I just
Do you get
not
down
for
with
me.
basketball?
Basketball is a gangster ass OG movie. Enough of me though. I just feel like I just went on a rant. Sorry.
That's fine.
No, please.
Sports these days.
See what happens. See what happens when I go live on the cam and not have my avatar. I break free. I'm alive. That's a pick. I'm alive. That's a pick.
And some people's icks.
That could be it for some. Yeah.
The girl in the basement.
Did she get a Christmas tree set up?
Did you? Oh, they have a Snoopy one down there. It's made out of wires and leftover
Badass Charlie Brown tree for his basement girl.
That's
Turn
why
on the tree, Cindy, and it's just exposed wires sparking.
You seen? I think I shared that picture of the tree I made out of the plunger. Right, wrap some garland and some lights around a plunger.
Oh. Was it a used plunger?
Yeah. I was just gonna say it's a never been used plunger.
Oh,
that's classy.
Is that a hot commodity in the setting you work in? A brand new unused plunge?
You mean the basement?
Oh, I thought you meant at work.
No, it's at work. It's at work. It's how me and my 71-year-old coworker ring in the holidays is with a decorated plunger.
Leah just got into romantic literature based around the holidays, and if we were to turn your story about you and your 71-year-old coworker with the plunger tree into a romance book, it would be friends to lovers, enemies to lovers, boss to lovers.
Probably be better than Hot Frosty. So like it's got.
Leah, explain what happens in your book again. Something about a candy cane. And
I don't want to. I don't.
Oh shit!
Please.
Can I ask a question that is a humanity question here, based on Leah's book?
Always.
So, if you specify as a specific sexual orientation, and you write books that are opposite of your orientation, would you take it seriously in the sex scenes when it's stuff that you're like, I'm not sure men do that. I'm not sure men are doing that. Because when she explained what happened, and then I searched the
I wouldn't put it past dudes to do much of anything, man.
Oh no, this is a woman and who identifies as a lesbian, who is a lesbian, and she sent me some little excerpts, and I said, has she ever had sex with a man? Because I don't think this is. Does it do it for you, Leah? The candy cane?
Not that part. That part didn't do it for me specifically. Yep.
I don't like the taste of peppermint.
Yeah, me.
It
Yeah,
was actually
not
a
a peppermint
It
guy.
was actually a pineapple. It was a pineapple flavored.
Oh.
Now, the fact that you have to go out of your way to
Ooh.
explain it's fruit flavored, it means you don't need to write it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I would
No,
agree. I would
it's just
agree.
pineapple. Pineapple had like a major role in the story, actually. So here's what happens. Like,
uh-uh.
Here we go.
no, are we
No,
not?
no, go ahead,
Oh,
please. This could be your
Please.
pick and your ick.
okay. So it's both,
Your
right?
pickle.
It's my pickle.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Well, you know what? For $4.99, you can use the term.
So, an enemies to lovers story
Fun.
Enemies.
based loosely around the Grinch. Why? Or how would I know? It's called How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. And anyways, let's just fast forward because who cares? He watches and takes care of reindeer. And so they were in the reindeer barn. And this was after the candy cane competition they were in. You're like, what? Just listen.
Yeah, like
So they were in a candy cane competition and they had to make candy canes, right? So he saved one of the candy canes
what was
and
the
he took
girth?
her. It was actually pretty. It was big, and he it was green and yellow and white,
Uh-huh.
and they and pineapple flavored.
I was
Anyways,
like pineapple.
and that, and so he had her tied up to like a pole or whatever, a beam in the barn, and then yeah, he was teasing her with the candy cane.
Okay.
And so that happened. I know my dad's listening to me. Yeah, I know he is. And I forgot I was at my parents' house. So there's that. And I'm just loud. Okay. But that was it. I suggest you you can just read the reviews. Don't read the book. It's stupid. I was angry the entire time. But it was fun, like it was just stupid fun. Sometimes you just need a stupid fun read.
Yeah.
It was stupid fun. It was fun. It was cozy. It was gross, just fun. Just chill. Yeah.
Is it like is it digital or is it like physical copy
I read it on my Kindle. I have Kindle Unlimited, so it was on Kindle Unlimited. I don't know if I would have been able to handle the audiobook, actually. I don't think I would have been able to do that. I would have been cringing because I cringed a lot even just reading it. So I don't know if I could hear that. It was a lot.
Bill's interested in tying a girl up to his toilet plunger. He's with the candy cane.
Oh no.
I'll show her the pro press, all right.
Are they magical reindeer or just regular reindeer?
No, they were regular because they live in a Christmas town, and so they have reindeer excursions or whatever. They let the townsfolk ride the reindeer.
That's fun.
It's fun. It's cute. It was cute.
Well, which one of them steals Christmas? Is it the guy or the girl?
So,
was someone an actual Grinch?
So he was the grump, but then
was he really like hairy and green?
Yeah.
No, he was just literally like a lumberjack.
Just wore a green sweater.
He was a lumberjack. He did paint himself green.
I think we have a special guest.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
You're dumb.
Why did it get up under you? That's so
no.
What a bee.
Get away from me.
What a bee.
Get away from me.
So like
Why is it getting
after he had his little candy cane fun, he kind of mellowed out. He kind of quit being a Grinch. That made his heart grow 3 times.
Yeah, it did actually, and that part was in the story too, like his heart growing. So, does anybody care if I spoil it? Does anybody care if I spoil it?
Oh,
not at all.
Okay, so Sorry for those who are listening. If you're reading this book,
Mama,
I'm about to
please.
spoil it.
Mama, please.
What did you say?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Okay, anyways, long story short, the main character's sister went and stole his lights because she thought that he was playing her and just trying to get into her head to win the competition by pretending that he liked her or whatever. So she went and stole all the lights and stuff and blase blase. And so the main girl had to prove that it wasn't, she didn't do it and that she actually cared about him while they followed. Like it was a cute little it was a cute story. It was just dumb, Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like smutty Hallmark Christmas movie.
Except for the candy cane scene.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that will never make sense to me. That will never, because I was like, ew.
Brother.
Like truly, brother, ew.
I'm just gonna get
I was
sick.
like, you gotta go, sticky, you gotta go shower. Like, it's
Ew.
That's a
nasty.
yeast infection.
I
Seriously.
can't.
What is that?
Like, no. Ugh.
And
Brother.
imagine it happens in the basement where there's no running water.
And then
Oh,
you in
we
the
got.
barn with the hay. Did the hay get stuck in you?
Oh, no.
Wait, you said it happened in a barn?
Yes, that's what I said to you, girl.
Oh, so you
That's
have
what I said to
you have
you.
hay, air shit.
And reindeer poop that probably
Yeah.
seeps in there.
Your boo.
In the crevices. Oh, they kept using the word crevice.
Could you
in
imagine
the-
the
Oh,
smell though? Or would you have
Cookie
to
hates the word correct.
I'm sorry.
That's so weird because we're actually changing the name of the show to For One
reindeer
Crevice
poop.
only.
For one.
Christ didn't make the cut, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So Cookie, some picks and icks, Cookie.
What?
some picks and crevices.
No.
Ugh.
What was your favorite crevice this year?
Shut up.
Brother.
Brother.
Ugh.
What is that, brother?
I traveled this year, so I'm
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
I am proud of myself. I didn't have one panic attack on my trip, so
That's what's up.
I'm a
That's
big girl
awesome.
now, so I'm proud of myself.
Love that.
That's my pick.
Did you just go to Canada or did you travel anywhere else?
No, just Canada.
Just north.
But
That's
that was enough. I got on a plane. I got on
That was
trains. So,
Did you happen to any automobiles?
no automobiles. So well, a bus.
Whereabouts in
bus.
Canada did you all stop at?
I went to Montreal.
Nice.
It was fantastic. Poutine and drag queens. It was great.
Hell.
Oh my god. There's a drag show I want to go to in January and it's Bob's Burgers themed.
Oh.
Go. You need to go.
Yeah, I want to go. Somebody sent it to me and I was like, yeah. But I don't know who's going to go with me.
I'll go.
Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm coming.
Plus,
I'll
you said that's in
track you on, location.
in January.
Yeah. Let me see.
I mean, I guess like history speaking, it should be somewhat warmer weather down in
down south.
the down south than it would be where we're all kind of for the most part currently located.
Phil, what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying, like, it would typically be warmer in down in Georgia than it is up here in like Michigan in January. Even though today's
snowbird.
Phil wants to get hot like a sticky candy cane, is what he's saying.
He said he gonna make that thing melt in all the crevices.
Oh my god.
But global warming, it's like 50. It was like 50 something here today in Michigan, which is wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I lied. It's in February.
Even warmer.
For Valentine's Day.
It's February 2nd.
Bob's Burgers.
It's a Sunday. Yup.
You have to go. It'll be fun.
I want to go, y'all. Bob's Burgers is my life. That has to be another one of my pickles. Not even a pickle. My pick. Like, Bob's Burgers is my life.
Love it.
This life.
based on a true story, isn't it?
So, Cookie, any
Yeah.
icks?
Yeah, no, I had a lot of icks this year, but it.
A lot of icks.
Call them out. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh.
No, no, no. Most of my icks have already been stated as far as the climate of the world and all that. So
Yeah.
it's great. I got one of those rape alarms for Christmas. So it's like, this is the world we're living in. Yay! So
Yeah,
I
that's
just realized my pepper spray on my keychain has been in go mode for like the last 2 years, and I'm like, how often should I change this out? Like realistically, because my greatest fear is accidentally bumping the button, and but the thing keeps sliding around. I just haven't gotten around. No, that doesn't mean to come chase me, guys. Relax.
Uh-oh.
I
get
do
out of my
have
mind,
weapons
Elle.
on me. I do have weapons on me.
I have weapons.
I do. Well, creative ones. But
The sharpened yellow candy cane.
yeah.
Ah!
I whittle it down to the like when you
To a
sharpen a
point.
pencil all the way to a little nub.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I
Keep
loop
the
them in
hook.
my fingers.
Ah.
Yeah. I loop them in my fingers like
Mm-mm.
what are they called?
A
Brass
shank?
knuckles, but
Oh.
they're candy cane.
But they're candy canes.
Yeah.
They're like brass
Pineapple
knuckles, but they're
knuckles.
candy canes. Yeah,
My hands
pineapple
are always
knuckles.
sticky.
I'm sure they
Haven't
are.
washed
That's
my hands in 6 years.
crazy.
Just no more crevices because it's so caked in yellow candy cane.
I hate y'all.
You got those sweet fingers.
Yeah, I've been called worse.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah, man, Icks. I guess I'd have to go with people that I thought were pretty cool. That like ended up being douches. Like we had like
Johnny,
this
you
guy.
told me you wouldn't call me out on this.
No.
Uh-oh.
No, we had
Aw.
like it's one of the bigger name guys we had come on the show, and like Joe was really excited. I think Joe's still really happy with the interview we had with like the guy, the artist or the writer we had on. God, he was the biggest douche I've ever fucking talked to in my life, and it was
Damn.
pretty disappointing for me, man.
Aw.
And
That sucks.
I've only kind of had like that kind of experience with like a couple like lower end creatives so far. So for this to happen to somebody, I'm not gonna name them. But it is a person that I promoted pretty heavily on the show. We did a couple episodes about their work, and then we had them come on for an interview, and like, oh my god, dude, I was not impressed with this person at all. Basically, he confirmed to us that everything cool about his comic books the artists contribute to. So yeah, that's so that's probably my biggest ick. And for picks, man, like I had to go with Mad Cave Studios, man. Like they are just on fire. They're putting out the great comics, and maybe Distillery kind of right behind them, in my opinion. Like they even put out like a James Tinian the fourth book I really like. So I mean, like that's worth shouting out. You know what I mean? So yeah, some pretty good comics, and what I didn't, and all the stuff that I mentioned on our show just the other night, man. Like some really good TV shows. A Fallout, Dead Boy Detectives, Dan to Dan, Pantheon, so and so forth. I mean, like there's several more. Like Philzy shouted out the Penguin. I like that for the most part, man. It's just like that the last 15 minutes of the season kind of disappointed me. But yeah. What else, man? There was a lot of good stuff that I watched. Oh, Lincoln Lawyer, Al shouted that out on my show. Like I really, really like that. And I really hope that the guy from that gets more famous, man. He is probably like one of the most romantic men I've ever met in my life. He is so cool. Like, and yeah, he's the type of guy I could actually see getting away with like doing some candy cane shit, man. I could see that guy pulling it off. The truth, if anybody. Like, yeah,
like, I'll allow it.
yeah, those are my picks and my icks, I guess. Yeah.
Another oh yeah, L.
So what were you about to say?
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, it was 10 years plus after the like beginning or releasing of, but for me, a good universe that I indulged in 2024 was the Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. Phenomenal.
Oh, thank you, Phil. I got to jump back in for a second. I also got to go with Icks for Image Comics, man, and them relying so heavily on this fucking Hasbro and Jeff Johns shit that they're farting out right now. Like, they were like the greatest label for like over a decade, and now all of a sudden they're just kind of trying to be like third place Marvel DC stuff. And yeah, I don't want to throw that hatred that Phil was complaining about out into the world, but I got to
You're
a
so
little
negative.
bit, man.
God.
Yeah, dude. God.
I mean, like they're the company that like gave us Saga and Deadly Class and all these wonderful books, and now it's just like,
yeah,
G.I. Joe, motherfuckers, be happy. And it's like, no, I don't want
No.
like IDW did G.I. Joe, and I was fine with that.
right.
I mean, like,
It's like they like ran out of like the creative teams to have like their own kind of like creations instead of just like reiterations of stuff that has already been done. And I don't know. I like in the last I don't know, maybe month to 2 months have kind of gotten back into some more kind of like comic reading, and just the few titles of like DC I've been reading like reassured me that I mean I was like growing up I was more of a DC kid and my brother was the Marvel kid, but I feel like Marvel, ever since kind of like the boom of the whole MCU, and it's been 15 whatever years or however long it's been, but DC I just feel like is like the writing and then like the animated. Like I get that most of the Marvel movies are the big box office hits, but me personally, I've always just been into the if it's not indies. I feel like some of the stories I've been reading in the DC have very indie type of writing, creative teams, stories. So it's good to see, in my opinion, DC, keep kind of competing in the never ending, DC versus Marvel, division that we all live in, whether we want to be in a divided spot or not. It's,
well, they take turns being the better, you know what I mean? And DC definitely are like in the comic sphere, in my opinion. You got any titles in specific? I really liked Wildcats by Matthew Rosenberg. I think that book was just leaps and bounds beyond any better than any right that it ever had to be. Like, do you have any, Phil?
So they've done so. I think they're going to end up. What I'm gathering, they're going to end up doing these absolute titles for like the bigger DC characters. But so far, it's just been like there's absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, and I'm really enjoying the absolute Wonder Woman so far. It's only three. I think it's 3 issues in now, or if I could be wrong. I think Batman's into 4, and then Superman's either only in 2 or 3. And I gave all 3 of those, like I bought the issue ones, and it's just kind of like how I do with majority of others. Like, all right, if the issue 1 like keeps me like wondering like what's gonna happen in issue 2, then I'll give maybe 2 and 3 a go. But the Batman, the first one was good, and then the next couple have just kind of been like, yeah, blah. But like I don't know, Wonder Woman, it's the interiors, like the art's enough to like kind of keep you going, but like it seems like where the story's going, like it's Diana is still like the princess that she is, but she was brought up and like pretty much born and raised in hell. And it's super dope. It's just like different twists on it. Superman is like a lot of material for where they're going with this absolute Superman. You definitely get a lot of bang for your buck when it comes to actual like reading of the source material. I'm not sure I'm going to continue with that one. I think I'm just going to kind of stick with the absolute Wonder Woman, but
cool.
I would definitely, I would definitely say like it's worth like the first issue or two to see if if you like it or not. But I mean, I guess
it's an all-female creative team on Wonder Woman 2, right?
Yep.
That's gangster. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. And it's real. And then like as much for a couple years now, I've been trying to. If I get into a series, I just try to stick with like the cover A's and don't get crazy with all these variants and incentives. But some of the variant and incentives they've had for the Wonder Woman series so far, I mean, Jeff DeKell has put out some fire covers. What's it? Danny.
Yeah, I love Danny's art.
Yeah, it just had a like 1 in 25, which my LCS, I'm not sure if they like misprinted the price tag on the book, but it was only $10. So I was like, well, these normally probably go for 20, 25. So, and Danny's got like, you know, you know it's a Danny book when you see it without having to like look in the cover like to see who the artist is. But yeah, they've had some pretty damn good covers for sure. Like, all right, I'm just gonna stop there because I'm just gonna keep rambling about covers of comic books. But yeah, so that's cool. But I haven't checked out that Wildcats. I'll have to peep that.
Wildcats and the new Batgirl's really good because they got Cassandra Cain back as Batgirl, who is, in my opinion, the best Batgirl. So.
Oh, right on. Yeah. See, like I say, if I don't know and I hear that it's an interest to you, there's a good chance that I'll probably like it too. I feel like we have similar interests and likes when it comes to like the comics and the views. So I will definitely try to get my hands on an issue or two in Batgirl as well.
I think there's only 2 out for Batgirl. It just started, so yeah.
Okay.
To catch up with shit, but there's 2 arcs for Wildcats, but you can get the trades for it.
That's the way I like to read, honestly, is,
Word. Yeah.
collect it in trades and just, well, you can kind of binge. What about you, El?
Comic books.
Yeah.
My pick is the $299 KitchenAid rice cooker.
Hell yeah.
It stores water on the side like a Keurig, and it automatically senses the dispense of the grain or the bean, and it automatically mixes it to the right proportion.
Are you lying or is this for real?
No, it's real. I was like, is this
That's
the
awesome.
future? Is this the future?
That's awesome.
I literally just
This is
hit.
amazing.
I want 1 cup of rice, and the rice dispenses and cooks without me doing anything. Amazing.
Stop.
That is awesome.
Life.
So it heats up the water before it actually steams the rice?
So it stores the water in like a tower, like a Keurig, like a coffee pot, and it stores the grains, whatever grains you put in there too, and then it senses what it is and the time it would take, and it automatically mixes it so that there's no measurements on your end or anything like
I
that.
love that.
Yeah, that's dope.
And it does beans, grains, and rice.
Tomato.
Pissed, but
You saw what was going there.
yeah.
You saw it.
My other picks are,
Have you just was that like a Christmas thing you just obtained, or have you had that?
No, I don't have it. I think it's cool.
Oh, well, hell yeah.
I saw
thought
it
you were
on a
speaking-
TikTok. I saw it in the background of a TikTok, and I said, "What the fuck is that?" Because he was like, "Let me start the rice," and he just hit a button, and I was like, "What do you mean start the rice?" And then it was in the background, and I'm like, "Why is nobody talking about the rice cooker?" And maybe I'm behind because I'm agoraphobic, right? I don't go nowhere, so I don't know when there's new products and stuff. And so I'm like explaining it to my husband, and he's just like, "That's been out for a long time." I said, "Oh, okay. Well,
it's news to me.
Yeah, that's news to me too, for sure.
It's like, what
That's
is this
great news.
crap you speak of? This is heresy.
But it was
Now, see, that's good news.
Yeah. In more good news, no, I'm just kidding.
Have you been reading anything, El, as far as
Oh, Phil, I didn't want to have to break it to you guys. When I made that poll earlier about the people who have the reading skills of Kells, it was me.
Oh.
I've never read a book before.
What is a book?
A book?
A book?
No, I've
But
read
you-
A
some.
book? A book?
I've read some comics this year. Some I talked about them on I haven't. I don't know. I've really avoided being like that comic person this year. Just
That's fine,
because
but
once I left Twitter, I found Twitter really is, I feel like, where the hub of like talking about comics is. Social media wise, nobody really talks about comics. I guess Blue Sky, but like I forgot about Blue Sky, and so when everybody was like leaving Twitter again, this past November, I just happened to log into my Blue Sky, and it was like, "Oh, you have 100 and like something followers," and I said, "What did I post?" I was scared. I was like, what did I say? I said
Yeah.
something, and then it was like, no, girl, everybody's coming over here from. I said, oh, but it was
What
cool
is
to
Blue
reconnect
Sky?
with people like Jen. I hadn't seen Jen in over a year because I'm not on Twitter anymore, so it was cool to reconnect with some people.
Jen Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome. Blue Sky is the new Twitter made by the guy that created the old Twitter, Jack Dorsey. Like it.
Oh, it shows you how unhip I am.
Mm.
Honestly, it's not hip at all, and it won't let me connect my website. Like, I don't know. There's technology things. Do you guys ever feel incompetent digitally?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think you can use it on your PC. I think it's a phone app only, right? Or it was when I
It's
first
an
got
app?
it.
Oh, yeah, I have Blue Sky on my phone.
Oh, I go to the website bsky.app.
Stop.
What?
I didn't know there was an app because when I first got on it, I didn't think it was an app. I thought it was a website.
so is it like legit, like the same type, like is it like a Twitter just
It
Blue
looks
Sky?
identical. Yeah.
Yeah, you get 300 characters, so you can like write slightly bigger posts, man. Like that.
Yeah. And
That's
I've
like
only had to block one person. So,
Okay,
just
might have
because
to
just
check
not even to be
check that out.
controversial, just because I feel like Blue Sky community is a lot smaller, so you tend to see posts by people in your circle or right outside of your circle more often. So I said, you know what? Let's just curate this right now.
yeah.
TikTok, I feel, doesn't care about their curation filters anymore since like they're on the brink of going out the door allegedly, which I don't think it will. But
No.
Yeah, me either.
but lately, every single thing, every single word I've ever filtered or blocked has popped up on my For You page, and I'm like, oh, this is no longer a safe place. Thank you for that.
Mm.
So, but also shout out to 2024 for all of the old people who learned how to use TikTok and cook. I love me a plate being made video.
Mm.
Love to feel
Oh,
like
what?
part of
What?
the family. You know, the videos of people making plates for their kids and
Mm.
no, but like grown adults, not like the little
Yeah,
kids. Not this is what I made for my daughter. No, like the ones that are like, I made mashed potatoes, gravy, chicken fried steak, eggs, omelets. I'm like, yeah, fill that plate on up.
Steak and
right.
eggs.
Mm.
um, I guess my icks for 2024 have mostly been just in general. It was too hot in the summer. Now it's
Yeah.
a little too humid in the winter.
Mm.
I'm sure there's other things, you know. I'm sure.
So global warming is an ick for you.
Um, I do prefer global cooling, but that's only if we're
Global
being
Mm.
cooling.
controversial. Um, controversial or controversial?
Tomato,
Depends on how
tomato.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, I was curious.
Whatever
That's
you want
why.
it to be.
Mm.
Whatever you want it to
So
be.
Okay,
so since
okay.
I have since I have travel plans for 2026, that kind of leaves me open for 25. So L, when's a good like weekend for me to come invade your place?
Um, here's something that
Mm.
I feel like I
Mm.
have to
Mm.
explain once a year.
I know.
Mm.
I need my
Mm.
refresher.
Mm.
Your refresher.
Yep.
When I say you're agoraphobic, I mean
That includes
Mm.
people coming to me.
That means you're scared. You're afraid of Al Gore, right? You're Al
yeah,
Right.
Gore-phobic.
agoraphobic, yeah.
Algoraphobic.
Yeah. But
Of Al
also
Gore?
only because of the one time with the candy cane.
I will not bring any
Okay.
pineapple. No pineapple candy canes will be
He
brought.
created
Y'all
the
are
internet and then he created the
crazy.
pineapple candy cane. Um
Crazy girl.
So like
yeah,
if if me and Leah were to show up at your doorstep, you wouldn't open the
no.
door.
No.
She didn't
I
even open
need
the door for me when I
I
came up
need time
there.
to plan. Leah for me is different cuz I've known her since I was 16. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like a comfort thing, but like
Y-
I don't go anywhere. Unless you
Fine.
want me to drive you somewhere, I will, but we have to plan out the parking lot. We have to
Okay.
plan
Mm.
out the time of day we're going.
Google map that shit the day
Yeah.
before.
So,
Yep.
And
so you meet Phil at the golf course, huh? You guys go,
Eh,
go
right.
play
yeah,
9 holes.
I'll wait for yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Me.
wait for you in the
You
car.
know.
No, I'm not like a social person. Like I don't like if you're gonna come, Leandra already knows when she comes to visit, this is her downtime. This is her rest time. Hey, let's just binge 48 hours straight of
Mm-hmm.
a trash show and drink and eat
and
until
sleep
barf.
on the couch.
Yeah, I'm sign me up.
Okay, so
Yeah, we're bros.
I don't have a basement, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to fall asleep or not.
I'll be able to adjust.
Yeah, I make you a sarcophagus.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, Cookie
They,
Nosferatu, 10 out of 10 would smash Orlok.
Oh,
Smash.
really?
I saw the funniest
Smash.
TikTok of like it was like me leaving Nosferatu, and she took one step, and then like the geyser, like a water bottle worth of water, fell out of her pants.
It was a religious experience for me. That's a pick.
was it really good?
Coming in late, but it's a pick. Oh, it was so good. It was so good.
Really? Nosferatu scares me. Like, and let me tell you,
And this
my
shit
first
is it's
experience.
scary. It's scary.
My first experience, because y'all know I don't. It was through SpongeBob, right? And so that scene scared me as a child. I hated it. I hated that scene. I didn't like him turning the lights on and off. And so, like, no. So I can only imagine what the real movie is. If the SpongeBob scene scared me,
You're not gonna make it.
oh no.
I was able to do the double feature this morning, and
baby girl.
And I will say, white
Yes.
men are winning. Phil, congratulations.
That
Good for
creepy little
you.
dude that's in that movie is
Creepy
actually
little
cool.
white men are winning.
Wait, what?
Creepy white men.
Nosferatu and Baby Girl.
Oh, Nosferatu is Bill Skarsgård. That's the homeboy though. Like even
Yeah.
if you're gonna have
that's who did it.
Mm-hmm.
With his little mustache.
Does he got a crustache in it?
He's got a little.
I don't want to spoil nothing.
I will say this though. I think I've said this joke before on another episode, but to me it's still funny. Is that post that was like, will I get Nosferatu if I haven't seen Nosferatu 1?
Yeah.
Nosferatu. Everybody has been posting that on Blue Sky, trying to like get. See, I hate this. I'm looking up Nosferatu now, and I see like the old picture of him like in the doorway. I don't like it.
Don't Google images because you might spoil his aesthetic for the movie. It's like a reveal. That's why he's not in any of the commercials.
Mystery. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Does he actually look cool though? Because I really like the original Nosferatu look. You know, from like the 1920s. Is he like at least like as cool as that? Would you say?
Yeah, I would say.
I saw Cookie post. I would let Nosferatu fill all of my crevices.
Does he have a better haircut?
She broke
respectfully.
Yeah. Does he have a better haircut than he did as the Crow? Like I'm just hoping because he had a fucked up hairdo.
Oh no, this mullet was superior. The Nosferatu mullet is where it's at.
But he does have the tattoos, the same tattoos.
That's awesome.
He's got a teardrop.
He's got
a
the
little fang on his bottom lip. A fang on his bottom lip.
Why does he have hair? What the? Wait, what?
No, I'm kidding.
What happening?
Amanda said, "I need
does he look like Nosferatu or not?"
It's yes Veratu now with the mullet.
Yes Veratu.
Yes, Ferrat one.
I will say though that his voice is like butter.
Yeah.
Butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Baby Girl.
Nosferatu, the vampire.
Yeah.
He talks.
He talks in this one.
He whispers in your ear.
Does he got the same? Does he got the same voice he had in Boy Destroyers World? Is it like Archer doing his voice again?
Can you do the he's come to suck your candy cane?
Get out of here.
Baby Girl is so funny. I mean, it's not funny, it's good. I liked it. But what's funny, I saw the post that were like, I just told my parents let's go to the movies. Never again will they go with me anywhere. Like, why would you?
Never. I would never.
I would be so embarrassed. I don't even like watching sex scenes like with my husband because I'm like, ew, why are they kissing so much?
Yeah. That'd be like as awkward as Leah having to go out and talk to her dad after this episode.
No, I'm just not coming out.
You catch him reading it. You catch him reading the book under the covers.
My mom was like, "What are you reading?" I was like, "Oh, it's just like a cute little Christmas story." And that was before I got to the spot. And then I was reading it on the couch, and I read. And I started squealing. And my mom was like, what are you
Got you
reading?
feeling a little giddy in the.
And I said, it's a little spicy, mother. She's like, what does that mean? I was like, nah.
What if she took the book and she was like, oh, this is what me and your daddy call.
Oh, God.
No.
This is how we white elephant.
You're crazy.
No.
We call that Santa's little helper.
Ina.
But besides your dad reading smut in secret, just kidding. I did make an offhand racial joke about her dad while he was in the car earlier, and he pretended to laugh, which I appreciate. So shout out
It
to
made
him.
me sad though, because he did laugh. He did laugh, and
Well,
he
it
was
was
like,
funny.
it was, but I think
It's
he was also
hilarious.
laughing. Go ahead and tell the joke. Tell them how you were racist to
Yeah.
his father.
He was kind of driving a little crazy, you know, and Leah kept making sounds like she was scared, and I was like, not him, cool runnings down the highway.
Oh, because
he is
my
a
dad's
Jamaican
Jamaican.
man.
Yeah.
So it's like that whole debate that's going on right now in Black America. Toboggan is a hat or a sled.
America.
In America.
America.
Black America.
America.
There's a debate: is a toboggan a hat or a sled?
I thought it was a
hat.
Amanda,
A hat, you say?
a toque.
Yeah, I know what a toque is.
But apparently there's some regions out here who call a toboggan.
What does it look like?
No, it's literally a toque, but they're calling it a toboggan. But they say we've always called it that. So I feel there's a little
what is a toque?
Nelson Mandela effect going on here.
It's a beanie.
No.
Beanie.
A toque is like a toque.
No, yeah, because I play the long dark, so I'm basically Canadian. And so, because when I first started playing it, I'm like, why do they keep calling this beanie a toque? Maybe it's a typo. But no. So
I watched the McKinsey Brothers when I was a little kid, so like I learned all my Canadian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Doug and Bob.
I learned mine from Star and Degrassi. So I'm basically Canadian.
You started from the bottom, now you're here.
Oh, how can we forget the biggest ick of 2024?
Drake.
And you know what, Amanda? We might have Trump, but you guys have Drake.
Poor Aubrey, man. Everybody mean to poor Aubrey, man.
Poor Aubrey.
Poor Aubrey.
Obs.
Sucks to suck.
Well, he'll just go on SNL at the start of the year.
Yeah, him and Elon.
I'm gonna be so mad. If they let that man host.
Well, that's a Brad Pitt.
Elon's done SNL before. That was a horrible episode. I hated it.
Yeah. What's her name was like, I was crying because I didn't want to do it. Who was that? Chloe Fineman, I think.
But she did it.
Joe, Bill, you're gonna get us in trouble for pirating Hockey Night in Canada, and I called you Joe because there's hockey on TV, and I just figured it had to be a fucking Canadian.
Oh, not you profiling.
Dang.
I got an HD antenna just so I can stream Saturday night Hockey Night in Canada.
Is it Saturday? I feel like all the days kind of blur
Specifically.
together.
Who's playing? The Bears?
Toronto and Washington.
Okay.
And it's always a doubleheader. I'm not sure who the second header of the doubleheader is.
It'll be a West Coast game.
Yeah, it'll either be Vancouver or like Edmonton or
Calgary, maybe.
Could be Calgary.
And they have to come out and play the winner of the game, or like what are you talking about?
It's a doubleheader. There's 2 games. There's an East Coast game early and then a West Coast game later.
Okay.
Yep.
It's like, okay, you just won this game. Now play this team.
Not some sort of just weird Royal Rumble every Saturday night.
Yeah.
Well, since my Red Wings are just trash, I have to rely on my great teams in the North for my source of hockey entertainment.
And then
you're watching the freaking Maple Leafs?
Well, I mean,
I know why Joe's not on tonight because the Maple Leafs are playing. That's his team. Oh no, he's the Habitants. My bad. I'm racially profiling again.
Where's is Joe? He lives in what, Quebec?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the Canadians or the habitants is like he tells me they're called.
The Habs.
The Habs.
There's
Yeah.
this guy on TikTok who lives in that area that Joe does, and he makes like wood signs and shit with wood. And
Mm.
he's when I
He's a
tell you
human beaver.
he's so rude, and I'm like, oh, is that just how Canadians are? Jesus.
I
He's
think
And
rude.
from
so.
that, this guy is like, he doesn't mean to be rude, but his attitude is like so abrasive. Like, and I'm like, relax. They're saying your work is good. Like, chill.
Does he have a French accent?
I can't remember because sometimes I just watch him on mute.
Mm.
Oh.
Because it's seeing his facial expressions is funnier than hearing him talk sometimes.
Mm.
Yep.
Fair. If he's French Canadian, that's probably why.
Yeah, he's like very defensive and like I'm like chill, relax.
Brother, chill.
Brother, chill. And then Squid Game, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it, guys. North Korea. No, I'm just kidding. S listen, Squid Games it was really excellently done this second season, but I
Oh,
will
is
say
it?
that yeah, I loved it, but I will say that it's like it should have been Squid Games season 2 part 1 and then a part 2 and then that could have been it, but instead they split it at a really weird point and the next part of it is season 3 and the final season, which is fine. It doesn't have to keep going on, but how they split it is weird. I didn't like that at all.
Hmm.
In storytelling, I said, "Why would you you trying to be edgy? Why would
So
you end it right here?"
is season 3 coming soon, or are we gonna have to wait as long as we had to wait for season 2 for season 3 to come out? Because
Right.
like,
So that's where I'm like, I think at the end of the season, there was like a thing that popped up that said to be continued. Like I don't know, season 3 in 2025 maybe.
okay,
Um, but if it doesn't come out in the next 6 months, it will make you have to. It will make it feel like um disjointed narratively. I feel
yeah,
because it did
Netflix.
end like a part, not a season. It ended as like a part, not a
Mm.
season.
And Netflix is horrible like that. Like by the time like Stranger Things next season comes on, them kids are gonna be 30. You know what I mean?
I
And
said that
Right.
exact words yesterday. Like,
Truly.
And I want them to look grown and have really deep voices, but never acknowledge that they're 40
yeah,
years
there's
old
We're
now.
still in high school.
yeah,
Oh.
we're
Right.
freshmen still. Like,
What's the
yeah.
little redhead, the ginger? What's her name?
Sadie.
Max.
Max.
Max. Wouldn't it be funny if like her bones, she's just been growing still, but her broken body is like still broken, so it's like kind of like Gumby-esque in the way
Oh my god.
that only
Yeah.
some like when she starts to like walk again and stuff, she has like really
Like
long
her feet are backwards or
I'm
long
something.
thinking about
Yeah.
Well,
what's
she's still
Lucas's
alive.
little sister's name? What's her name? Lucas's little sister.
Oh yeah,
oh, she's personality.
the
She's
best
probably
character
she's
in
in
the show.
college now.
Yeah,
And like we left off with her in middle school, like in whatever
yeah.
grade, and
Oh
now
my,
she's in college. She has to be in
Yeah,
college.
Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi.
Yeah, Bon
Bon
Jovi.
Jovi.
Which I found out was one word, and then they split it up for the band, which I thought was interesting.
Mm.
Hmm.
oh
Little
really?
tidbit. Yeah, it's Bon Jovi, one word, but for the band,
Uh,
it's Bon Jovi.
It's Bon Jovi.
Jovi.
What's your favorite Bon Jovi song, Phil?
Um,
prayer, man. It's got to be or wanted dead or alive.
Mm,
that's a good one.
baby.
Um, yeah, I guess by default. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to think. I'm trying to sing some songs in my head of Bon Jovi's.
Phil, I was trying to
Um,
put you on the spot. Now
you did. You did well.
You guys know that song, the Armageddon song by Aerosmith.
Yeah.
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 Close my
Someone else to say?
eyes. I don't want to fall asleep because I'll miss you, babe.
Is this where we transition
I
into
don't
karaoke?
Yep. I don't want to
Uh-oh.
miss a
Now, why
thing.
did you go into zippity doo dah?
That's
You know what's funny? I almost had that as the song
wow.
playing on the phono post earlier,
Mm.
but then
No.
I was like, Leah would be the only one who would get the joke, like the zip dah doo. The only one. Do you want to finish my shit?
Bye-bye.
Come on, here. Okay, come say hello. You have to work to learn his voice, boy. Say what's up. What's up?
What's up, brother?
Say, please stop smoking.
What?
Say, please stop smoking.
None of them are smoking.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, sweet boy.
That you could see. Damien, you want to say hello or no? Oh, he walked away, so I guess that's enough.
Okay.
Don't I hate it when kids don't say what you tell them to say, you know?
When they put on a front, when they're put on the spotlight.
Yeah. I accused him one time of vaping, and he's like, I don't even know how to do that. I'm like, you just press the button. And
Why would you do
literally,
that?
I've never vaped before, but I just make stuff up, you know.
Oh, it's fun, and you don't even have to know how to smoke to do it. Like, there's no pressure like you get from cigarettes. So, like, I'm pretty sure your kid could just do it right away, like that baby that Phil posted on Instagram the other day.
The baby.
The vaping
because I saw this
oh yeah.
that Minecraft there I went to a vaping I told Leah I was like I'm gonna start vaping hardcore, and she was like please don't start vaping. I'm like no, it's too late, this is my life now. And so I went onto the website and I just saw the coolest torch, and it was like a Minecraft torch, but it was like a blunt lighter, and I said this is like, am I a smoker now? I didn't order anything, I just wanted to look at the cool names and stuff, so you know. The Pinjamin is so funny to me. I'm like, do you guys really call it the Pinjamin?
Ben Affleck.
Oh my gosh, it's such a cool culture. I missed out on it. I feel like I'm lying. I'm scary. I was scary in high school. I did dumb shit, but like funny dumb shit. Not like criminal.
Yeah, right.
Not criminal stuff. But yeah, so this is a show we did. Did everybody air their grievances? This is your last chance to say your one grievance about Leah.
No grievances.
Okay.
No grievances.
I don't have one. She cracks me up every time she's on. So.
Well, Johnny, chew on the compliments.
Thanks, friend.
Well, I'll list mine then. Settle in. I'm just kidding. It's just everything. But yeah, shout out to you.
It's always fun. It's always fun. You know, it's always good times, good laughs, good people.
Gonna be more formatted, I feel, next year, because I do want to have more of like the audio component, like on to be able to put it on as like a podcast, because I do find myself listening more than watching. So that's my plan. More like fun, well, maybe fun for some people. Topics that are like narrowed down. I do want to get into everybody's secret vices, little Real Housewives, a little of that nonsense. Candy canes, a whole
candy cane
3-episode arc of just different candy canes, their shapes, their girths. How hollow is it? Because sometimes there's that one peppermint stick that feels like just bloated, but it's like real light, but it's thick. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's like the little hard Starlight peppermints. Okay.
Peppermint.
Okay.
And yeah,
Bill's walking around all fucking paranormal activity style, man. I think that he's gonna get taken down by some Blumhouse monster, man.
I got some stuff heating up in the microwave. I'm like that meme where it's like staring into the microwave waiting for your food.
Do you heat your food up in the dark a lot?
Hey, you know how utility bills be these days? I don't have no lights on in this house but that damn Christmas tree.
What was the name of that movie? I Saw the Microwave Glow.
Is that a thing for real?
No, it's TV.
Yeah, it's a A24 movie starring Elle's favorite actor, Justice Smith.
Talk about Icks. But it's so
Brother
funny. I think he's funny in real life. I genuinely think he's so funny in real life. It just does not translate to any
like if you watch that movie, his like very like nonchalant acting style that you dislike actually works really well in that film if you check it out. But
he's in this movie called All the Bright Places, which none of you guys will watch or read the book.
Are you calling me racist?
No. He wasn't even black in the book. He wasn't even black in the book. They were like, what's the closest to black we could get without making him black on the movie, and so he is not alive by the end of it. So I did like that. I said because when I saw they announced him in the role, I said okay. This is older too. Like I think one of his first movies. I think before Detective Pikachu even.
Detective Pikachu.
For which were we all waiting for him to hook up with Jinx?
Okay.
All right, pick a Pokemon
Uh,
before we go.
Charmander.
To
Catch 'em
Candy
all.
Cane. To Candy Cane.
Jigglypuff.
Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Pikachu.
Squirtle will keep you clean too.
Squirtle.
Okay.
Squirtle.
Charmander.
Arturo.
I'm surprised you didn't go with like an Eevee evolution because then it's like 9 candy canes versus
Oh my god.
candy cane
This is
girl.
Wait, just because there's 9 tails, does that mean there's 9 balls?
You got it. They're each different lengths and widths. The candy cane tails.
Okay.
It's pick a size. It's not one size fits all. They're acknowledging that that's not how it works. See, for me, I'd probably go with like a Snorlax. I feel like it wouldn't be that intense. It'd be just like, okay, now it's snack time.
For me, I love cone.
Snorlax will smoke all your weed though, man.
I
It's
hope that
fine.
young king is doing well.
Yes, he loved him some corn.
Kid.
The most humble kid of all time. I love
Imagine his
cone.
doctor pulling him aside and be like, "Hey, I know you're getting free corn for life, but you gotta chill. Your digestive system is atrocious right now." Diverticulitis in an 8-year-old? I've never
Crazy.
seen.
For me, I love cone.
He's literally just pooping out
He's
full
got the
tubs.
juice.
Yeah.
He's got the juice.
I wish nothing but the best for that kid.
Yeah. R.I.P. Harambe.
For that young man. That young king.
Do you guys think he was guilty?
No.
Harambe? He didn't really do anything, did he? I don't remember now.
No, man.
Harambe did what Harambe should have done.
A dumbass kid jumped into his cage, man. He was just a gorilla doing what gorillas do in a zoo.
So you're saying they should have shot the
kid?
I got it.
Yeah, they should have shot the kid.
Shoot the kid.
100%.
Pro Harambe.
Oh, and Chimp Crazy, shout out to you, you crazy bitch.
That was great.
She's a pick for the year for sure. I wish to live in my delusion that much that must be nice.
My god.
And then for you still not to be in jail, come on, crazy.
Yeah.
And what I really liked about how they did the documentary was how they acted like they were just telling like standalone stories as like B story, but they were all still connected to her in some way. And I said, "Girl, stay at home." Just active out in these, chimp streets.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Me neither, Johnny.
Chimp Crazy? The documentary about the crazy chimp lady?
Oh, I watched like one episode and I fell asleep in the middle of the first episode.
Yeah, same.
I think Juan talked about it now that you mention it.
It was so good.
Yeah, my husband doesn't really watch like what I watch, but I remember like he turned around from his work desk and he was like, "Did she just give that monkey a fucking Happy Meal?" And I was like, "And a Powerade." And they could open the Powerade on their own.
Well, what flavor Powerade?
Blue.
Gotta be blue.
Lucky Chimp, man. Like, hell
yeah, for real.
I'm a yellow Powerade girly,
I'm a red.
OG. That's
or
OG.
Pink lemonade, or
yellow.
Lemonade. I like yellow. Or pink lemonade. I can go that far into the.
I like the pink lemonade too.
What flavor is yellow?
Oh, lemon lime.
Lemon lime.
But sugar free. I don't like the sugar drinks. I like to be like.
Even though they say sugar free, there's still sugar in them.
My favorite is the cucumber cucumber lime. Gatorade is my favorite.
You love some
lime?
Yeah, it's great. And put a little tahini in it.
Sounds bougie.
No, it's I honestly thought it was like a California exclusive kind of situation because of how close I was to Mexico. Because all of my friends that were like Mexican they're the ones who put me onto it. Even the label was in Spanish. So I thought it was like a Mexican gator.
It's an
so-
import.
yeah,
Mhm.
and then I started seeing them in the regular grocery stores, and I said gentrification.
Mm.
All right, guys. This has been our show.
It's been a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I'm glad I get to end the year with y'all.
Yeah.
Same.
That's really sweet. That's
Yeah.
Viva the pineapple candy canes.
Okay.
Feel the love tonight.
single in.
Tonight.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, your face was changing colors. Alphaba,
Mm-mm.
Galinda. Alphaba, Galinda.
Idle
Oh wait, one last pick and ick. Galinda, ick, Alphaba.
Are you talking
Okay.
about the Wicked movie?
Yeah,
Like-
and Nessa.
Yes.
Nessa and Alphaba and Bach, all icks. Actually, the whole cast except for
No.
Galinda.
No.
Oh, you would just.
Was that movie good?
The show was good. I thought
Galinda.
My favorite like situation that has arisen from Wicked is whether or not the book should be sold in the kids sections at Target and Walmart with the other merchandise. And it is no, it shouldn't. The book is about bestiality and religion, and no, it shouldn't be in the kids section. However, it is funny to me that you would pick up this book and buy it for your child because you think that, and within literally the first 3 pages.
I'd have to say my favorite is them on the back of the Barbie dolls putting wicked.com, the porn site.
Mm.
Delicious.
IRL.
Jeez.
Yeah, instead of wickedmovie.com. So like girls who go on and figuring out, hey mama, who's Jenna Jameson?
Yeah.
Damn.
The original Galinda.
What's double penetration? What?
What's DVD?
Ayo.
Well, that's just
Saving the-
Dorothy.
Saving the best for last.
Double penetration is the best for last, Phil.
Just in the genre in general.
Not a
Genre.
double-headed candy cane.
It's a genre.
Genre.
Vagina?
He's just kind of
No,
into
man.
expansion, you know, like you've heard them all tonight. You like expanding things.
Oh, hold on. I just wanted to do that one more time.
You finish.